Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's the AFC.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Jackson.
On target to his man, likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Jackson.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
Complete to Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson now.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw He saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. 4th, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Jermaine Johnson
able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the 2nd round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 24, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Now Hill to return it.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Gibson again.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Jackson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. 6-0 our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second down, a run with Hall.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Ravens taking the field. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. It's Jackson.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Cameron Thomas
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run the toss now with Gibson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had him stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
Jet sweep. Here's Bateman.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Now Lawrence to throw.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Lawrence to throw.
He completes it to Wilson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That'll win a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Jackson's throw taken in here by Chase.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven 1st. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, Jackson.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Lawrence. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. After the interception, here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Lawrence. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll give to Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Jackson now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So
Potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Lawrence looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second down, here's Gibson again.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A toss left side for Gibson.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Christian Barmore. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to 13.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field.
And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Jackson. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now it's Jackson.
On target to his man, likely. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 97 yards. Rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and when the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson.
Throwing out left and finding Likely. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that a good call by John Harbaugh and tossing out that red flag.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Gibson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On second down, here's a run with Moss. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run here with Moss.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zach Moss.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Well, he brings it in off the deflection.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
He completes it to Evans.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Lawrence going to throw again.
And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence
looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.